Hello everyone. How are you children? Are you fine? I hope you are doing well. I am so glad today to talk to you through this video. Today I would like to talk to you and I would like to explain to you about the first chapter in civics part entitled power sharing. So let us discuss about this topic today. Now let us discuss about the first chapter in civics part, power sharing. And these are the topics which are covered under this chapter. Let us discuss. What is power sharing? Why is power sharing so important? Forms of power sharing in Belgium and Sri Lanka. Forms of power sharing: horizontal distribution of power, vertical division of power, power sharing among political parties. There are two ways of running a government. One is tyranny and the other one is democracy. First one, tyranny. A tyranny is a kind of government in which power is concentrated in the hands of a king or a ruler. It is a cruel government. In tyrannical rule, where people do not have any liberty, they do not have any freedom, and there are no rights for the people. It is a cruel government. And on the other hand, democracy, as you know, already you have discussed about, you have learnt about democracy in class 9 under the title, What is Democracy? Why Democracy? A people's government. People have all the rights and all the privileges. They enjoy all their rights, and the constitution gives them the rights, and there is a constitutional safeguard for the rights of the people. That's why today many nations are opting for democracy, and so many countries in all the tyrannical countries have turned into democratic countries today. And now, my dear children, let me explain to you about power sharing. What is power sharing? Power sharing is the distribution of powers among the organs of the government. So, the powers are equally distributed among the branches or among the organs of the government in a democracy. In democracy, as I told you, people enjoy rights and powers are equally distributed among the organs. What are the organs? There are three types of organs. You know very well. There are three important organs. They are legislature, executive, and judiciary. These three organs are very important for the proper functioning of the democracy. In democracy, everyone has a voice in shaping of the public policies. So these three organs play a significant role in every democracy. A legislature, for example, the first organ, legislature, what does it do? Legislature makes laws for the country. And second one, executive. The executive implements all the laws that are made by the legislature. And the third organ is judiciary. What is judiciary? Judiciary interprets the law or interprets the constitution and it pronounced judgments over several issues. So these three organs play a very significant role in democracy. I will tell you once again these three important organs. Number one, legislature. Number two, executive. Number three, judiciary. So these three organs play a very important role in every democracy. In democracy, these organs play a significant role. So government functions through these organs only. So these organs are given all the powers. So power is shared among these three organs: legislature, executive, and judiciary. So in democratic type of government, where we can see the role of these three organs: legislature, executive, and judiciary. Each organ has its responsibilities and duties. It performs them. So ultimately, these three organs play a very important role in every democratic country. Now, let us discuss about power sharing, forms of power sharing in Belgium and Sri Lanka. Now, today, I would like to explain to you about power sharing in Belgium. And particularly, it is the conflict when the conflict arises, when a dispute arises between the communities, and definitely those conflicts will be resolved by the government. So it is the conflict between the different social groups. Social groups often lead to violence. When the conflict arises between the social groups, and ultimately that conflicts will lead to violence in a nation. So social groups often lead to violence and political instability sometimes. So here power sharing is a good way, my dear children, to ensure the stability of political order. So it provides political order. Power sharing provides political order and establishes peace in the country. Now, let us discuss about the power sharing in Belgium today. Belgium is a federal state in Western Europe. It has a boundary with France, Germany, Luxembourg, and so on. It has a population of 1 crore. Of the country's total population, 59% speak Dutch language, and 40% people speak French language, and the remaining 1% people speak German. And here, Belgium is a very small country in Western Europe. It is smaller than our Haryana state. But in this small nation, three different communities are living together: Dutch, French, and German. Here, 59% of the population speak Dutch. And here is a map. Please take a look at it. 59% speak Dutch language, and 40% people speak French language, and the remaining 1% people speak German language. The minority French-speaking community was rich and very powerful. Here, French community is a minority one. Though it is minority, it is very rich, considerably it is very rich and powerful. So they got the benefit of economic development and education. They got economic development and education. That's why they are dominating the Dutch people. So socially, they are forward, economically, they are forward, and politically, they are forward. So they are very rich and powerful. So this created tensions between the Dutch speaking and French speaking people. So this mainly made Dutch people angry. So the conflict arose between Dutch speaking community and French speaking community during 1950s and 60s. So in Belgium, the government handled the community conflict very well. Now today, let me tell you about the elements of Belgian model. So between 1970 and 1993, Belgian leaders amended their constitution 4 times and it came up with a new model. So constitution prescribes that number of Dutch and French speaking ministers shall be equal in the central government. So the constitution specifically prescribes, dear children, that the number of Dutch and French speaking ministers shall be equal in the central government. The state governments are not subordinate to the central government. So under power sharing, the constitution provides some rights, some provisions for the people here in Belgium. So as per that, French speaking ministers and also Dutch speaking ministers shall be equal in the central government. So the state governments are not at all subordinated to the central government. So equal representation is given to all the ministers in the government. So the state governments are not subordinate to the central government. And Brussels, the capital city of Belgium, has a separate government in which both communities have equal representation. Brussels is the capital city of Belgium. There we can see a separate government, so in which both communities have equal representation. So apart from central and state government, there is a third kind of government in Belgium, that is community government. And the leaders in the community government are generally elected by each language. So they have totally authority and power over cultural, language, and other matters. So community government has power regarding cultural, educational, and language related issues. So Belgian model had helped to avoid civic strife between the two major communities. So here in Belgium, dear children, when the conflict arose between these two communities, it had cleverly and wisely resolved the dispute. And as a result, peace was established in Belgium. So it is the power sharing that helped Belgium to establish peace in Belgium. And in the next video, I will explain to you about power sharing in Sri Lanka.